Hello. Thank you for taking time to be part of 5 Minutes with KeRusso today. My name is Ken Lawson. In the next 5 minutes, I would like to share with you some thoughts on being a prepared disciple. Across the world, Christian persecution is physical and too often a deadly reality. In the Western world, however, it is rare to experience physical and deadly persecution. In Matthew 10, as Jesus charges his disciples to go out, he prepares them. I would like to focus on the preparation Jesus gives in verses 16 through 20. As I share, ask yourself, are you a properly prepared disciple? Are you encouraging other disciples to be properly prepared? Or as a mentor to a new disciple, are you properly preparing them? For the purpose of the next 5 minutes, I will be using verses 16 through 20 in the first person. In verse 16, the disciple is told that he or she is being sent out like sheep among wolves. Notice that Jesus does not say, therefore, become a wolf, but he instructs the disciples to be as shrewd as a snake and gentle as a dove. What do you hear when these words cross your ears as a disciple? How do you encourage other disciples to be prepared as Jesus charged in verse 16? In verses 19 through 20, Jesus charges the disciple to be prepared to testify under persecution. He says, but when they arrest you, do not worry about what you will say or how to say it. At that time you will be given what to say, for it will not be you speaking, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. When I would preach, I would purposely leave the end of my lessons incomplete. I did this so I would leave room for the Holy Spirit to speak, and the Spirit was always faithful. Come that day to give my lesson, I would either be talking to someone who the Spirit led to hear the lesson, or I would hear about someone's week or situation, and then the Holy Spirit would speak through me and close my lesson. Religious persecution takes many forms today, depending on where God has called you. In certain parts of our world, being a disciple of Christ is not only a life-changing event, but also a life-threatening lifestyle. In other parts of our world, religious persecution can be experienced in your friend group or your workplace. Not life-threatening, but potentially life-disrupting. Just a final quick story. My daughter had a longtime friend that contacted her one day and told her that she no longer wanted to be my daughter's friend because she was too much of a Christian and she was not going to live like my daughter. That was religious persecution. My daughter was hurt, and if she had not been prepared for persecution, she may have slid down a dangerous slope of compromise to keep this friend, but she did not because she was properly prepared. As you go throughout your day as a disciple or disciple mentor or encourager, ask yourself if you are properly preparing yourself and encouraging other disciples to the reality of religious persecution, whatever form it may take. And are you leaving room for the Spirit to speak through you and those you disciple? Be blessed, and thank you for taking 5 minutes with KeRusso.